Whew, looks like a good morning for a good track day. So we got the R8 out here, sun is shining on it. We got Mike joining me today back there, and then whoever else is in our class. But today marks my first ever day fully getting full track road course experience. We've done autocross, we've clearly done drifting, but we've never done a full-on road course, and I'm starting it out with probably my most well-prepared car. So in preparation, you had to do like brake pads and like all this other stuff, tires.
Power steering.
Yeah, this car didn't really need to do any of that.
$200 on that car, so.
It's the good thing about coming in a preloaded race car. In all seriousness, the car is more than well prepared. I would assume it's more on my driving, and that's probably not going to be too much of an issue because I'm going to have the pro experts teaching me throughout the day on getting this thing quickest around the course. Pacific Raceways is the place to be and the place that I am at here. Sadly, it's not a famous road course that's in any known video games. I mean, it was actually supposed to be in the very first Forza game, but they just used it as the testing circuit, and I don't think it ever made it into any major Forza franchise. But it is a good road course. It's got very long straights where you will hit 3 digits, and it's got some tight bends and some freaking elevation changes throughout. So the funny thing is that I've never worn a helmet in this car before because I'm never out on track in this car, but we're finally making it happen, and I'm thankful that it isn't a Lambo, it's an R8, it's got the bubbly roof, so hopefully my 6'2" headroom should be able to clear. I hit it a little bit, but if I scrunch a little bit, it's doable, I hope. It's definitely not as roomy as my S14, that's for sure.
Tell how low this thing is, where these cars are.
Yeah. I don't think that one was me.
I think it was, that's true, actually. That wasn't very loud.
Car action right now. That is heavenly. Got a little bit of everything out here. Our group for today literally has everything. We got a Supra, a new 8.6, my car, Mike's car, a nice wide body RS, but we even got casual cars out in the lineup. My boy's got the CarMax and the temp tags and plates and everything. Like, it's fresh out the dealership. And he ripping on the driver's learning course here at Pacific Raceways. official road course track day, and we did it in the UltraMotive Audi R8. And I guess I could summarize by saying that car is well more than capable, and just made today, the entirety of today, just feel like I just had cheat codes to plug in and everything was super easy. Because I mean, the car is just, it's literally built for that compared to some of the other guys that have a bit more of a challenge whipping the Corolla over there. I mean, huge respect to them. They just have a lot more skill that they actually can acquire, whereas the Audi just does a lot for me. You could rightfully ask, what's it like taking an R8 to a learner's track day? I guess the biggest first world problem is just you're too fast and you run into other cars in front of you constantly. So I couldn't get very large gaps of being able to fully go flat out on the track. But there were a lot of moments near the end where I was able to get full me time throughout the track going flat out, and it was a blast. A Lancia just magically appeared. What is this, a Stratus? Yeah, dude, it's so funny. It's so small in person, especially right next to the Ram dually. Go stand next to it, like, just to like get the perspective. Dude, it's a tiny car. I mean, one of those probably like 16s, 15s down below too. Yeah, how do you fit? This looks like, it literally looks like the cabin of like an airplane or a hydroplane. Like, I didn't actually realize until you see it in person how cool this interior cabin space even is. Humming in the background is the sound of more Lancias. In fact, they got them all over here. We got a Delta, and then we got another one. This is gonna be the coolest Lancia photo shoot that we just stumbled upon. You don't realize the girth that these carry until you stand directly behind it. And they're truly wide cars. And look at it, they got these tiny little exhaust holes. I wish you guys can just smell. It's got a dated smell that just takes you back to the time period. They're doing like 3-piece wheels before they were even popular on stance cars. So that's mid-engine. I want to see the frunk.
How many in total?
200. Is all of this like original?
Completely original.
Oh my god.
So it's the homologation car for the Group B rally car.
Right.
And that's the same with the 037, right? Yeah.
Right as I'm about to leave, they just keep on stacking up stuff over here. Well, pretty much a freaking concourse car show just rolled up at this track. It just keeps on getting better and better. We got 2 CGTs, both matching. These cars are getting more and more to be unicorns by the day. So to see one in person, is no common sight. Yeah, I'm not one to like dream about multi-million-dollar hypercars just because they're just way too far out of reach, and I just feel like I'd be way too nervous to drive it. I wouldn't know what to do with one. This is probably the highest I would go as far as cars that I would just dream to have in a garage. All the controversy, the V10 manual combination, the engineering, everything that surrounds this car has just made it more and more special as time has gone on, and I've just fallen more and more in love with them. So yeah, I mean, this is peak right here. Well, as I sit here and pretend that my 4 rings Audi fits in with this giant Porsche circle, today was a solid day, and I'm sorry if I couldn't capture the driving experience well enough, but at least all in here it was captured, and now I can safely say I've had a full day at a road course with full experience of that. I was like, what is this? And now I realized, is that like a helmet case? It doesn't look like a helmet could fit in there. Dude, whatever it is, it's freaking nice because it's got Porsche labeled on the back. It looks like a bicycle helmet would fit in that. Yeah, it's got a center lock point right down there. The guy in the 992 is definitely, probably owns that. Yeah. It's ripping out right now.